morning. Are we back, Harry? Or hey, Tammy Jackson.
Morning. I'm so sorry to interrupt you before.
That's fine, girl. Ain't no interruptions. You good? This is the great give. Everybody's in and out. We are all family and connected. So Tammy Jackson is the executive director of Literacy Volunteers of Southern Connecticut, and so she's here to make her pitch for the great give. So
Yeah.
talk to your people. Wait, first of all, how old is Literacy Volunteers of Greater New Haven?
Well, there's two different literacy volunteers. So I'm Literacy Volunteers of Southern Connecticut. So we're based in Milford and Stratford. So we've been around for 25 years, but I think Greater New Haven Literacy is coming on tomorrow. So we're all sort of similar affiliates, just different regions.
Okay, all right. So tell us what does the Literacy Volunteers do? I know what they do, but to the people who might not know, what do y'all do?
So we help adults with their English skills. Primarily for us, we focus on immigrants that are coming to the United States that need extra support with their English skills.
Mm-hmm. And so, what does that look like? Is that second and apart from English as a second language, or?
Yeah. So I mean, we call them ESOL because they're speakers of other languages. Most of the time, it's not just a second language, so they usually will have multiple languages. But yes, it's the same thing. ESOL.
So how long have you been running over there to how long have you been running the Southern Connecticut Literacy Volunteers?
So I've been working with the agency for over 10 years, but I came on as a volunteer. So I was a board member before that and actively participated for about 6 or 7 years before that. So I've been affiliated with the organization for about 20 years, almost 20 years.
All right. So now, do you have a poem or a song or a talent? What do you got? What do you got, girl? I know you got something.
Well, can I read one of our student stories?
Yes, you can.
So we always like to, share a little bit about who our students are. And we usually have a multicultural celebration in April, which is the time that we celebrate our volunteers because it's Volunteer Appreciation Month. This year we couldn't do it. Maybe hopefully we'll do it in the fall, but this was one of our essays from Arpita, and she's from India.
Okay.
My name is Arpita. I came to the US in July of 2017. I grew up in India. Students go to 12 standard schools of in India, students go to 12 standard years of school and 1 year of college. I studied in commerce. I was not able to speak proper English, so I went to the library. I saw on the counter at the library information about English classes. I signed up for the class and also for a tutor. After I learn English, I would like to get a job and my driver's license. I need to learn about driving first before I drive in the US. My volunteer teacher helps me so I will be able to take the driver's license test in English. She also helps me with my English vocabulary. She even takes me out to speak with other people. There are many things she helps me with, like working a computer, how to write emails, and how to surf online for different websites. She also helps me with word games to improve my English. She's very nice and approachable person. She even gave me a treat on Valentine's Day. We have gone out to lunch. It was very enjoyable and fun. She's a great person and really good at explaining and teaching. She is a very good teacher and has a very helpful nature. Thanks to the Literacy Volunteer Program, I have had lots of help in various things. I'm grateful for everything that I've learned and want to say thank you to my volunteer teacher for all the time she gives me and helps me develop into someone that I've always wanted to be. The Literacy Volunteer Program helps way more than imagined. They provide help to many others like me, and it affects how much better their lives get in America.
Oh, I love that. So, Tammy, tell us how important it is for people to know how to read, particularly people who come here and don't speak English.
Sure. Well, I mean, just imagine yourself being plunked in the middle of a country. How would you navigate, the roads? How would you get around? How would you go to the grocery store? How do you know how to exchange currency? How can you look at TV and watch shows? If you have a child here, how would you help navigate the school system or assist them um, with their homework, or even go to a parent-teacher conference? These are all things that we take for granted. We participate in these activities all the time as English speakers. Some of them are coming simply for the American dream, like many of our families did before us. or some of them are escaping really horrific situations in their home countries, and so they're coming, you know, at the in a hurry. So, you know, we try to not only provide the services of English, but, you know, we always tell our tutors, you may be more than just being a tutor. You may be sort of a little bit of a social worker. You might be the only person that is an English speaker that they know when they're coming to the United States. You know, they may count on our volunteers on how to navigate, you know, the system and how to navigate our communities and how to ask for extra help. So, you know, we not only have English classes, but our tutors really take on a broader role of assisting and supporting these individuals that are coming for greater reasons, like all the ones I just said.
So who are your tutors? Give me a profile. What do they look like? Where do they come from? Why do they do this?
Well, so we have a wide range of tutors. So, you know, some are just coming out of high school, maybe college, and they are looking for some support with projects, you know, because they're in college. And some, in the majority, are retired folks. Some are former educators, but not all of them are. I mean, a lot of times that can be very intimidating. Like, oh, I can't speak that language, or I've never taught before. We have a 5-week tutor training class that we run 2 to 3 times a year, and it's a wide range of people. So, you know, we try to tell them that our students are much more nervous than they are, and to just have some patience and compassion, and that will help guide them in having a successful teaching experience.
And how many tutors do you have overall?
We have about 80 tutors. And
Wow.
yeah, so we're very lucky. I mean, we live in a really philanthropic community. So one thing that sets us apart from some of our larger literacy organizations in the state is that we can provide a lot of one-on-one tutoring. So that is something that is a little special to us, and it works really well.
So in this moment of COVID-19, how are you all continuing to sort of tutor people? What does that look like right now?
Yeah, so we've had to, you know, like everybody else, put on our troubleshooting thinking caps and try to figure out the best way of reaching people. We also participate in Zoom. Zoom has been a great tool for us. Some of our tutors and students are also pretty familiar with either FaceTime or Skype. So they'll use either of those functions to communicate. At least it's great to be able to see them face to face. And I think that's a huge thing for them to be able to see your face and a smile, and still be tutoring and watching your lips when you're speaking. You know, phone conversations can be a real challenge. So having that face to face
Hmm.
communication is great. And then we've put all of our group classes, we've thrown them all on Zoom. So we have online classes. And what's nice about that is some of our students who had friends outside of our general area have told them. And so they've been able to jump on too. So we've actually had a few students that have jumped on to our classes from Long Island because they
Oh,
were not
nice.
able to get any services there. So, you know, there has been a plus to this in terms of reaching more people. You know, I'm just happy to be able to provide a service and still reach out to people that need a little extra support um, and love and care and compassion during this time. So it's been working out fairly well.
So what is your dollar goal today, or this for the 2 days, for the 36 hours? What do you have a goal?
So we have a goal of $10,000. So we're hoping, since now we can't have any of our group functions, we can't really do many of the fundraisers that brought in those large dollars. $10,000 is roughly what we make on our Neon Night Run in the summer. We're not going to be able to do that as a group. So we're looking at different ways of maybe doing it virtually, like people can walk or run on their own, but I'm not really sure that it'll bring in the amount of money that we'll need to keep our programs going.
Oh, come on, keep hope alive. Keep hope alive now. Don't say that. Because you know what?
Well,
People will get
we're
together.
doing the best, but you still have to plan ahead. So that's why,
Yes.
you know, we have
So
a
so
big
your
goal for
your goal
funds.
is
Yeah.
$10,000. And so
Yes.
talk to the people, because people are tuned in right now. Talk to the people, tell them what you need.
So, yes. So, the Great Give is awesome because not only can you have your set amounts, you could do smaller monthly amounts. So, at this time when, we're all just kind of struggling, finances are tight. I mean, you could do $10 a month, and $10 a month will go a long way. That's $120 a year. So, that's a really big deal for an organization like ours. Um, and not only for the financial end, we are offering a tutor training class on the 20th of May, and we're going to be doing it through Zoom. So if you're not able to donate funds, you are certainly more than welcome to join our growing number of tutors in helping immigrant students by becoming a tutor. So that requirement is only a couple hours a week. Sometimes they want more, but that is certainly up to the volunteer. But every little bit counts, and we're just so grateful that we have this platform to share who we are, and that the Community Foundation for Greater New Haven supports so many agencies that are doing good work in our region.
Well, thank you for your time this morning. I so appreciate that Literacy Volunteers, with its rich history of tutoring folks who want to read, is still out there doing this work. And so, if you are looking for a new organization to give to, Literacy Volunteers of Southern Connecticut is not a new organization, but they certainly could use your old money. So, so give. And you all are in the Milford, Stratford.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. We're on the coastline, so Milford, Stratford. Yes.
And what's your how do people find y'all? What's your website or Facebook tag, or what is it?
Yep. So we have a pretty active social media page and our website. It's Literacy Volunteers of Southern Connecticut, or LVSCT. You can search either word and they should come up.
Mm-hmm. And so, Tammy, tell us why you are personally driven to sort of run this organization and do this work.
Oh, I really love seeing the progress of people that are coming here. I mean, I had family that came from Sweden. My grandfather's store was found on a cargo ship coming across the Atlantic, because he was escaping abuses from his family. So he wanted to set up, a new life here. And I mean, we all have stories from our history of our family members that come to the United States looking for the American dream. And it's just great when you can see someone thrive and grow and improve their life, and I'm proud and happy to be a part of that.
That's good. I'm so glad. Well, thank you, Tammy Jackson. I will be rooting for you, girl, and Literacy Volunteers of Southern Connecticut. And I wish you well. And I'm going to pay attention to how much money y'all raise. Listen, the Literacy Volunteers of Southern Connecticut is trying to raise $10,000. Y'all got some coins. Send them their way so they can meet the needs of their community around literacy. Thank you, Tammy Jackson.
Oh, you're the best. Thanks so much for your help and support.
Oh, my pleasure. My pleasure. All right, Harry, play some music.